Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogollon Monster here, and welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as I like to call it. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Hope you had a good weekend and a good beginning to the new week. Oh, wow. I might have been busy, guys. I'm just kind of run down. I mean, I feel fine. I'm just tired. Who we got here in chat? What's up, Jamie? Jamie Harms. Mr. T. Paul. What's that say? Mogon can no be when chat evening. Oh, what's up, brother? Joe, what's going on, man? The Squatching Cowboy. Sean Patterson, good to see you, man. Who else? Last of the Wilds. Hey, Last. I hope everything's working out for you. Sandra Piper. Hi, Sandra. Seems I just saw you somewhere. Too funny. Who else is here? So yeah, guys, I don't have a plan. You know, I've just been really too busy to do anything, to make plans, to come up with a show. So it's old school. We're just gonna wing it. You guys know how to get in touch with me. Anybody wants to come on, they can come on. Typical. I have one thing though, dude. This is I know you're 17, and this is it's an adult show. It's not for children, and I'm not calling you a child by any means, but legally you're a minor. So I really can't have you on. I meant to get back to you, and it just dawned on me like this afternoon. I just got monetized. I can't do anything to jeopardize it, buddy. As soon as you turn 18, let me know. All right. You got the banner. Tom Paul, what's happening? Lockbeard, good to see you. Who else we got to here? Oh, Mr. Lee 3PO. What's happening, man? Rex. Oh, I'm so happy to see everybody here. What's up, Larry? So yeah, guys. Yeah, you know, I've just been busy doing my thing, trying to get all my ducks in a row. Just packing and consolidating. You know, it's funny. You don't realize how much shit you have until you go to move. You know, I this is the longest I've lived in some place, in any place, for like since I was like 18. I've been here about 4 years almost, and it's just funny the shit you accumulate. And I found T-shirts that I've been carrying around for 10 years. So yeah, I have to go through all my shit and get rid of stuff. And you know, I found that box of memories up on the closet shelf. You know, shit I don't need anymore. Someone called me a romantic not that long ago. Deborah Varner, you guys know her if you listen to Paranormal Portal. If you don't know who Deborah Varner is, she's a talented psychic. Purple Mystic Readings, I believe, is her channel. You can check her out. But she told me one time in a reading that I was just romantic, and she was right. But you know, I'm the romantic kind that, you know, that box up on the fucking shelf in the closet was full of like every letter and card that my ex-wife ever gave me. So tonight after the show, I'm going to have a little, I'm going to sit outside and have a little fire tonight and get rid of some memories. You know, I let everything go in my life, you know, that needed to be let go. You know, so tonight I'm going to have a little, I don't know what you want to call it. I'm going to burn some shit. it's just funny because I think back how, we got married and we went to Wisconsin, and, you know, we stayed with her folks for the first little bit, and her father had this nice ski boat, and I think the first week I was there, I was rebuilding I rebuilt the swim deck on the back. The old one was fiberglass and it got all crushed, and I made this new one out of wood. It was a cool boat. But time goes by and things happen, and we moved back to Arizona, and we got a divorce, and just went our separate ways. And it's funny because it kind of hit me the other day, and I didn't realize I really missed that boat. Yeah. Oh shit. So yeah, I couldn't resist that. So yeah, but I have a lot of shit I'm doing. I have tons of stuff to pack, and what do you take and what don't you take? And I sorted through all my clothes, and like I said, I found 10-year-old t-shirts, and I've got more socks than anybody should have. If it had a hole in it, right in the garbage. But yeah, but it's coming along. I'm getting there. Hopefully, I have to be out of here where I'm at in this house by, well, like probably Sunday. Just looking at the calendar. But yeah, it's not a big deal. My sister's coming back, so I'm leaving a lot of stuff. I don't have to worry about getting rid of the couch. She wants it. There's just things. I'm just taking the necessities with me to Florida. I'm getting stoked. I'm really getting excited. So, guys, anybody wants to come on and hang out, hit me up, monstermogollon@gmail.com, and I will send you a link, and we can bullshit for a while. Because, like I said, I just really haven't had time to plan a show out or anything. Not that I plan shit out, really. It's winging it with a guest, but tonight we don't have a guest. Bigfoot, Michigan, Rob. What's happening, Rob? Who's your Squatch? What's going on, Jamie? Mike's Adventures. What's going on? Ida. Great to see you. I thought I saw Stevie in here. Did I see Stevie in here? Stevie B. What's happening? Sandra Pink's videos. Good to see you guys. 66 in chat. I think it's funny because all of a sudden Tuesdays. Isaac, what's up? Tuesdays have become a kind of a popular night. All of a sudden. Not your Eagles t-shirt? No, no. Oh, dude, speaking of t-shirts, this is kind of fucked up. Last night I was modding in Trinity Paracryptids over on Texas show, and towards the end of the night, he announces he's going to give a t-shirt away, a little contest. And this is, if you guys were there, sorry. Pammy, what's up? So, and then he does this contest, and he's like, well, how many people are in chat? And there's about 53. And he says, okay, give me a number between 1 and 50 or whatever it was. There were 53 watching, so you never have the same amount in chat. So I put 27. I typed it in and I didn't hit send. And then somebody jumped in and I was like, dude, I don't even think I was mod there. Was I? I wasn't a mod there. But I'm like, dude, you can only use, somebody put in 2 different numbers. I'm like, you can only pick once, dude, don't be slick. So then I went back and I put the 27 and I still didn't hit send. And just, I knew that he was good. That was the number. And I hit send, and I looked away and I heard Tex laugh. And right there, I was like, oh, shit. And I looked, and there it is on the screen, William Monster 27. So I won a t-shirt last night on Tex's show. That was pretty cool. But what's weird is the first time I was on his show and he had a contest, I had the same exact feeling. And that's where I got this little Bigfoot multi-tool, whatever, from Tex. And again, it was like I put my number out there and I just knew it was going to win. And it was the most bizarre shit in the world. So yeah, but this is the cool part. I'm going to save Tex the shipping cost, and I'm going to stop by his place on the way down to Florida as I'm cruising through Texas. I'm going to pick up my t-shirt. That gives me a good excuse to meet Tex anyway, so I think it'll be cool. Plus, I want to go down by San Antonio. If Mike K is listening. Howdy, Duke. How's it going, man? Albert Trent Jr., what's happening, brother? Waiting for that spring thaw so you can get out there and go fishing? Unless you're an ice fisherman. Let's see. Mark Dodman. Good day, mate. Are you going to have any breaks on your channel when you are on the move? No. I might even put more shit out. I was thinking of recording as I go. End of the day, you upload, a quick video of how the day went, just the travel part. If I go down and meet Tex, record it, do an interview, whatever. I'm going to record everything as I go and document it, and we'll put something together, and you can see my trip down there. And then when I get down there, I'm going to start some new stuff. Either I'm going to start doing some more squatching, excuse the expression, or I know I'm going to be fishing, so I'm going to have to record it. That's an imperative. Who else? So while I'm on the move, I'll do my normal shows. It shouldn't take me that long to get there. I'll probably do a show from Texas. And hey, Moog, sorry I have a premiere on tonight. It's the only time I guess could be there for live chat. No worries, buddy. By the way, I just took an antihistamine about 15 minutes ago, so if I start to get groggy and slurring my words, I completely apologize. I don't do drugs. I smoke a ton of weed, but antihistamines and shit like that, I don't do them, so I don't even know if this was like a non-drowsy or what. But if I'm just like, sorry, no. Brandy Erson, what's happening? I think Brandy, you're in Jersey, right? I believe. Hang on 1 second. Stevie, yes, I did. I'm only going to say it once because I can't promote that. Not at all. All right, where are we? Paul just fished a derby last weekend in New Hampshire. A 1.71 pound yellow perch. No shit, dude. That's a good sized perch. On a tip up, right on. Yeah, there's not too much ice fishing out here in Arizona. Who else we got in here? Christy, what's happening? Sorry. Abe Brunson, good to see you. Bob Van Buren, fan. Bob, not to sound stupid, you're Texas friend, right? Yeah, you were on his show. Yeah, same Bob. Sorry, brother. It's like one of those brain farts. Scotty B, what's happening? Bro Science, welcome. Hey, Kat. So yeah, in about 4 weeks, I'm gonna, like I said, this weekend I'm gonna pack up all my shit, get it out of the house, so my sister can move her shit in, and I'm probably gonna leave it here, either on the back patio or it's not a lot of shit, but or on the carport, and then I'm gonna go stay at my dad's for a couple of weeks. I'll do some broadcasts from up there. That's where I'll do probably about 6 shows, something like that. And then I'll figure it out and pick up my stuff. I'm gonna drive down. I'm gonna rent a van probably, and I'm gonna tow my pop up and stop along the way and take my time. I'm in no hurry to get there. Well, sort of, I am, but I've never been through Texas and Louisiana and all that down that whole southern route of 10. So I'm really looking forward to that. FG&G, they just had a bass tournament over in Havasu. Dude, I never fished in a tournament. For as much as I love fishing, I mean, I just never did it. When I was in Wisconsin, I was friends with a guy he was a guide, and he wanted me to be his partner in a tournament, and it never happened. So someday. But fishing down in Florida is going to be a little bit different. I mean, fishing's fishing, but there's so many different species on the West Coast in the Gulf. That whole area where I'll be at from, if you should, there's so much, so much water down there. It's crazy. Sorry, I was just, Bama, what's up, buddy? Bama's back to wearing shorts. Right on. Yeah, I feel for you guys down there in Texas. That's terrible. I'd piss and moan if it gets 50 degrees here, 40 degrees, during the day. So my heart goes out to you. So again, guys, if no one's got any plans, if you want to come on, pop on, hit me up, monstermogollon@gmail.com. And I'll send you a link and we can hang out. Hi, Judy. Nice to see you. Just got to keep an eye on my email because no one's jumping at the chance. It's all good. Just checking email. All right. Hey, D, how are you? Hope everything's going good by you. Lewis, what's going on? Bobby Younce. Great to see everybody. Mark says his nephew fishes tournaments in Victoria, Australia. Does pretty well also. Right on. Yeah, it's kind of full circle because I grew up for the most part, saltwater fishing on the Jersey coast, and then went to freshwater fishing mostly, and it's all you can do out here, obviously. And now I'm going back to saltwater, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. What thrills me is I can go to the east coast of Florida and actually go crabbing. We're in St. John's River, and I grew up crabbing. Crabbing was my thing. I mean, yeah, I fished a lot, but crabbing was just my thing. You guys got to forgive me. I'm a little snarky tonight. Sorry, guys. Wesley, what's up? Wesley. Audrey and Jamie. So, yeah, Lewis, if you didn't hear, yes. Yeah, that hasn't changed. Jeez. Damn, Ray. That's got to be brutal. Don't like the weather in Texas? Wait a minute. Day 3 of high 70s, 79 today. Wow. Hey, it's better than freezing your ass off. I'm sorry you guys had to go through that. That's if you're not expecting it, that's brutal. Hilltop Barbecue, what's happening? Hey, Bama, do you ever do any shows? Do you come on any shows? I think you'd be cool to talk to sometime. So let me know. Not putting you on the spot now, just in the future now, whatever. It's up to you. Mark, what's going on, buddy? Sawdustt Beast in the house. Aiden Gonzalez, welcome. Lewis, yeah, man, I have some work lined up there. It's kind of right up my alley. I do a lot of handyman stuff. I can do just about anything. I don't get heavy into electrical, but I could plumb a whole house. I could build the house. I could probably wire it if I had to, but yeah, I'm handyman. So a friend of mine's got some properties that need attention, so I'm gonna go out there and kick it around, all over the state. So I'll be driving a lot. That's why I'm bringing the pop up, because some of these, the one property or two properties are in. I don't know that there's any. It's just property. There's no buildings. I think. You know what? It's just that beast stories. Any stories are good. You don't even have to have stories, dude. Just come and kick it. But yeah, bam. Anytime you want to come on, there's the email. I've seen a few of your things where you're out hiking with your dog. That's cool. I don't get out enough with my dogs. I plan to once I get to Florida. Use them for shark bait, Just kidding. No, that's the two things I worry about going down there. I don't care about the snakes. It's the alligators and the sharks. Everything else, not worried about it. Lizards, don't care. Sounds weird, but I've never had to deal with alligators. I was talking to someone. They're like, "Oh yeah, you just kayak down the river, and the alligators are basking on the beach, and they don't bother you." And fuck you. Not in a kayak. And you know what? It's stupid I say that, because I will do it in a kayak. But yeah, that's a little unnerving. I've never had to deal with that. So, and I know I've swam with sharks, but I never saw them before. So the waters down there are a little clearer. So you see shit coming at you. So yeah, I'll stay on top of the water and just fish. Black tip migration is in full swing now in Florida. What else is tiger sharks? They migrate there during the winter. Probably bull sharks. Ray says, "Oh no, hell no!" To the snakes. Snakes don't bother me. It's like some people have a fear of spiders. Spiders don't bother me either. Christy says cottonmouth snakes. Yeah, I'm sure there's cottonmouths and moccasins and whatever else they have in the water down there. And the pythons. And there's a thing is, there's a bounty on pythons down there, so I might just go hunt snakes and make some money. Paul says took wife shark fishing in Key West. Shark got the boat, told wife, grab the leader. They don't bite. Much. Damn. That's funny, Paul. Ash Dobbs, what's happening? Not much for a python down there. What's the critter of choice as far as what makes the most money down there? I know they have the tegus, the lizards. They're pretty vicious down there. Abs had a tiger shark pop up next to him while surfing in Australia, then in Queensland, about 10 feet away. Never shit myself like that before. No, I spent so much time in the ocean, as a kid and an adult, that I know what I've swam with, be it bluefish, and I think in Australia they're called tailors, stripers, sharks. I was a body surfer. I never could get up on a surfboard to save my life. I always pushed them through the wave and just tumbled off the damn thing. But yeah, I was a body surfer forever. So the amount of time that I've spent in the water, who knows what swam next to me. 86 watching. Wow. 30 minutes by myself. Surprised we lasted this long, folks. The lizards are scary, says Jamie. Yeah, I heard they're a little vicious. Oh yeah, Christy, you had to bring that up, didn't you? Hey, cockroach. I'm not a big fan of cockroaches either. And what do they have? The palmetto bugs down there, which is basically a big ass flying cockroach. Fun. Oh yeah, thanks. Ash Dobbs says hit that thumbs up while you're there. You might as well. Thanks, I appreciate it. If you don't like it, don't hit it. Larry, I'm trying, buddy. Tracy Jones, that's on my bucket list. Go see an ocean. Yeah. Shit. Missouri, huh? It's kind of out of the way. Yeah, you definitely have to go see the ocean. Doesn't matter which side you go on, and don't go, like, the Gulf of Mexico doesn't count. That's not an ocean. Either you go to California coast or the Pacific coast or the East Coast, but definitely go check out the ocean. California coast, Pacific is colder than the Atlantic. Um, but yeah, to take off your shoes and walk through the sand, barefooted, and then stand there as the waves hit you, and the waves go past, and as they go back in, your feet sink because the water takes the sand out from underneath your feet. People know what I'm talking about. They're gonna go, "Holy shit, he's right." Yeah, that's cool as hell. Go put your feet in the ocean. I know somebody sent me something. I don't know. All right. So I am going to send out 2 invites. Hang on a second. Sorry. I'm not sure who these guys are in Bama, but Mel, I'm not sure who that is, so we'll find out. Gmail. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me just punch this in. Excuse me. It says antihistamines. Sorry about the silence. All right, let's see where this goes. This is the thing about winging it. You never know what's going to happen. And quite frankly, I don't think I'd have it any other way. All right, Mel, I sent that. If you want to share it with Bama, whoever, just let's hang out. Let's bullshit. All right, let me get back to this. So where are we at? Oh, Jamie, thank you so much. You know what? It's it's not easy. Hold on, I got a cough. I will not do that to you guys. I try. Sandy, how are you, hon? Sandy says, in my opinion, west side of Florida, Siesta Key, etc., most beautiful beaches, soft white powder sand, and beautiful blue water. I prefer it to the East Coast 100%. You know what? I'm yeah, I'm going to agree because all I've been doing is I've been on Google Earth for like days, just checking out everything down there. It's pretty cool. But I will go to the East Coast to do some crabbing. I don't think there is any crabbing on the West Coast except for the stone crabs. And that's pretty weird. With the people put out their pots and they put out these big buoys. They're big floating buoys, and the pots are below it. And if you zigzag, if you're in a boat and you go through those pots, you get this fish down there called the triple tail. that will come up and just sit on its side. It'll lay right underneath that buoy. So you go through and you watch and you can see where they are, and then you circle around and you fish those buoys. And you just pull this certain fish off. It's the only fish that'll hang out by that buoy. There's just so much to do down there. Sandy, where are you? I have no idea where you're at. And that's, you know what? I was only down in not the Keys, the Gulf once. I went down to Naples, but it was the week after Andrew came through. That was 91, maybe. That's the one that Andrew's the one that took out Homestead. Hold on. Oops. Bama's here. Bama, what's up, man? Hang on. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I hear the microphone kick on and kick off, so there you go. Yeah, you come. What's going on, man?
Man, just hanging out, watching you. Got you back here on the big screen.
Oh, right on. You can't watch chat when you do it that way, though. Unless you put it through your computer.
Right. Man, you got a lot of people listening tonight. I think Mark Nebel's about to slide in here in just a second.
Oh, right on.
Get him on here with us. I hope everybody warmed up. We just now got, kind of thawed out over here. I wore shorts today. Got out hiking with Moose. Man, he's right out over here.
So you're in where? You're in Lower Alabama, or?
Actually, I'm originally from Alabama.
Okay.
I live in Williamson County, Tennessee now. It's where I live.
Okay.
So basically, 20, 30 miles below Nashville, really.
So what, Murfreesboro area?
Well, a little up from that, but I live really close to the Natchez Trace. I mean, I was out there today, and that's kind of like where I do most of my hiking and all that kind of stuff at. But,
right on.
But yeah, I'm going to Alabama probably this next week. There's really some people I grew up with down there. I guess they found somebody told them that maybe I was kind of into this kind of thing, and they started telling me that they've got stuff on their property that's been going on for years, and now a few people's kind of come out of the woodwork, with some road crossings and stuff, and these are kind of people sightings I grew up with and trust. So it'll be neat to speak to people that are these are childhood friends I grew up with. So that'll be kind of neat. One of them was in his dad was a sheriff for probably 50 years, and this guy's been the chief of police of that little town down there for a long time, and they were going to kind of text me. So I didn't know he'd ever saw anything. So man, that'll be neat to get down there. I just want to get out of the ice and the snow.
No doubt. Yeah, Tennessee's a nice state. I like Tennessee. I lived in Antioch for a little while, and then from there I went down to Alabama, hung out down there for a little bit down in. I just had a brain fart. Forgot where I was. Dothan and Dozier. Those were the two spots I went to down in Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tennessee, the thing about Tennessee is it's diverse. You can go over into East Tennessee and see, gosh, some of the most beautiful mountains we've seen, and just trees there are in the United States or out in in the Great Smoky, and then other parts of uh, from we have deep hollows and stuff like that, and it's really jungly and like a more of a tropical type environment. And and I've
Sure.
lived up here since I've been up here since I was right out of college. So, but yeah, I like living up here. But Alabama's a little bit warmer. I'm gonna ease down there next week.
Yeah, I was surprised how humid Tennessee got. That kind of caught me off guard.
Oh yeah, it's pretty stifling. Uh,
Yeah.
and you can go a few hours away and get a different kind of humidity. You know, and I always talk about Land Between the Lakes because that's where we camp. We do a lot of our stuff at. You go up there and man, it's a whole different kind of humidity up there. It's a real tropical rainforest up there. And
That's
here
that
we are.
soupy humidity where you
It
can't
is
breathe.
that it really is to where at night, if you turn on a flashlight or a headlamp, you can see it. The heaviness and the droplets of it, going through the air. It's so
Yeah.
heavy. But no, this is Tennessee's just, oh gosh, it's just beautiful. I mean, as kids, we came to Tennessee, to go on vacation. So I'm sure a lot of your people are from Tennessee.
Um, as far as viewers, I'm just there's a few. A lot in Florida, a lot of Texas. They're all over, man. Like Hilton just showed up.
Yeah,
What's up, Hilton? Hilton's down in New Zealand.
I know Hilton. I aggravate Hilton every show he comes on because Hilton always, we're talking about the snow and ice, and Hilton will throw up some little chat note like, well, I'm out here drinking a beer in my hammock and it's,
Oh,
70
scroll
something
back and
degrees.
look what he just put. Yeah, he just said it. Summer time here, brilliant, beautiful day. Kiss my ass.
You should, y'all should immediately ban him from your chat.
No, Hilton's awesome. He's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Um, who am I sending this to? Oh yeah. Uh, there we go.
I think old Mark's out there somewhere.
Yeah. I'm sending in right now. All right, we'll see if that's right. All right. Yeah, I just sent him the link, so he'll be popping in. Hilton says, Bama, give Moose a big hug from me, mate.
Yeah. Man, I
Now,
don't know if
what do
they
you
can
have?
even hear with my earpiece.
What kind of dog is Moose?
Moose is a feist, and a lot of people from the country have variations of this, and it's basically kind of a rat terrier mix. Now he's a whopper of one, uh, but it's a dog that really is bred for squirrel hunting. Now, if you've worked with scent dogs or done any dog training, you can train dogs to do whatever you want them to.
Sure, sure.
Uh, but it's a clean breed, and they're quiet, handy a lot of times. But he's to do things, he finds deer antlers and
Oh, nice.
tracks of blood trail, and
You're coming in a little broken up. I don't know why. As soon as I clicked on Mark.
Bama's Wi-Fi isn't the best. And,
he said it. I didn't.
Yeah.
How you doing, Mark?
I'm doing well.
I think he froze up. So
come on, Bama. Maybe try to reload it.
yeah.
Bama. Let me just tell y'all about Bama. Bama.
I'm gonna remove him because he froze up. Redo it, dude. Come back on. Go ahead, Bama. What? I want to hear this now.
Bama is one of my favorite storytellers. He can just tell stories, and when you go camping with him, and you're just sitting around a fire, and he's just got all of these wild stories that he can tell you about. The job that he had for about 25 years, he had to see a lot of people, and he's got a great Ronnie Millsap story, and just story after story after story.
Really? What's his tie with Ronnie Millsap?
Well,
just meet him.
There was an alarm that went off at Ronnie Millsap's house, and he had to climb a wall, or
to get away. I couldn't resist.
And so he had to climb a wall to get to the house, and then went up to the door. And I hope he comes back on here because I would love for him to tell that story. And he just got all these stories and I just get captivated by him, just sitting around and listening to him talk. He's a great, great storyteller.
I love a good storyteller. It's just there's something about if somebody can grab your attention, that's awesome. Sorry, I lost my cigarettes. So how you doing, man? I mean, how's everything going?
I'm doing good.
You getting excited about the upcoming expedition you're going on?
Well, I really don't get. I've been on hundreds of them, and I really don't get excited. I try to focus my energy on preparing for it, and I guess my biggest objective to this is
hold that thought.
Okay.
Herbert Pilgrim, are you folks for real? Fuck off. For real? What the hell is this person? He's probably wondering why he hasn't gotten nobody's blocked him. By the way, we curse here, dude. So sorry to disappoint, Herbert. All right, Bama's back. Let's see if this is any better. Round 2. Can you hear us all right?
Move around, Bama.
Say something. Froze up again. Now you got me wanting to hear his stories.
Come on, Bama. Move around.
Keeps going out.
Well, we can hear you a little bit. Long Island Bigfoot, what's happening, buddy?
Hello.
We hear you. Oh, well. I don't know what to do about that. Judy says, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Judy.
Thanks, Judy.
So Larry just said, as Stevie says, Larry just said you look like the Unabomber.
I'm going to tell you that preacher and that judge and that policeman and that jury, they're all liars. I'm not guilty of nothing.
Oh, geez.
Okay, Bama just sent me a text. He said
Ray.
his earbuds isn't working. Tell Moog sorry.
No worries, man. Another time. Ray says, I want to hear Mark finish his focus story. Mogo, you're like coitus interruptus. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I like being compared to that.
Well, for me, with this outing, it's safety, and because in which I think it's a good thing that there's really not a lot of Bigfooters coming, because
no bad habits.
A lot of times you egos clash, and this is what I do, and somebody don't want to listen to what somebody else does, and I mean, I've seen some ugly things go down in the woods, when people come together.
Oh, sure.
And, with different groups and stuff like this, and I'm so fortunate that I'm not in no more groups, no more Bigfoot groups. I'm out of all of them. And because I cannot stand politics. And that's what you see so often is these politics. I like individuals, and I like talking and spending time with people, individuals that don't have an agenda. And I think that's what we're going to see down there.
Absolutely.
But there's so many do's and don'ts, and when you're out there in the woods, and it's important for me to mentor those. And I don't mean by just sitting there saying, my way or the highway, or this is the way we're doing it, because I listen to everybody. I think about Spencer Jameson. He had only been footing for a short amount of time when we got together the first time. And the ideas that this guy has, and to be able to work with somebody. And for me, and I will, like Spencer, if he makes a suggestion out in the woods about something, I will listen to his ideas just as if they were my own. And we will sit there and we will talk about it. We will tweak, we will plan it, and then we'll go forward with that strategy. And that's really important. And a lot of times you get with groups or stuff like that, and there's agendas and which side of the fence are you on? And it's, I hate that part of this community.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a good group down there. And like you said, having people that aren't Bigfooters, that's a good thing, because they don't have bad habits. They don't have, you just said you're going to point out the do's and don'ts. Well, someone who's never done it before is going to pay attention.
Yeah.
You hope.
Yeah.
And I think you guys will have a good time down there. I'm heading down that way around the same time. Probably I'll get down there to wherever I'm going before then.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it down there.
Well, if the opportunity arises, it'd be great if you could just swing by and share a campfire and some burgers or something with us at the campground.
There's that possibility. There's a very good possibility of that. I'll stroll in and just be like, "What's up, bitches?" No. Larry says the best is bullshitting around the fire, and you know what that is.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, when I'm done with the show tonight, I'm gonna go burn some things, get rid of some memories. Well, what's the sense in dragging a box of memories around with me? They're in my head. Wonder Woman says, "Chili burgers on the ground."
Oh, if Larry was there, I've seen him lap up chili right off the ground.
So we've heard.
Me and Cam Buckner laughed.
Oh, Cam was there for that?
Yeah, Cam
right
was
on.
there. Yeah, we had Cam out with us that weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. 5-second roll is fine, like on the kitchen floor, but not the campground. And it's got to be with like M&Ms.
We were probably 2 miles deep into the woods, up on the side of a cliff, and there was no going back and to the Jeep and looking, scrounging around, looking for a half of a Butterfinger in the floorboard,
Some cheese paper from like a McDonald's burger or something. Oh, shit. Okay, I have to address something real quick. Herbert, what do you need help with, buddy? I'm Canadian. Help me out. I'm willing to help. You got to finish your thought there. WTF call? I don't know. Anyway, who else is here? So yeah, Bama, next time, we'll get you on. Sorry about that. I don't know if it was me, you. Wasn't me. That's one thing. I got a good signal here. That's the only thing I'm worried about is I'm going to spend a couple of weeks at my dad's house. Is I'm like, I broadcast live from there once, but I got to figure out where's like the best place in that house to find a signal.
Yeah. Well, you did it on the back porch, didn't you? Last time.
Yeah. I was on the deck. I'm not against doing that again. It's just for a couple shows, like six shows, something like that. And then I'm going to head down. Herbert, don't post phone numbers in chat, dude.
I see Patrick Vaughn's in the house.
Right on.
Patrick is one of these researchers that I would like to go out with because
Absolutely.
we have the same mindset whenever it comes. I remember I'd never heard of Patrick, and first saw him on your show, and I was sitting there watching the show, and I kept texting Larry, going, "Man, wake up! He was already in bed asleep. I said, "You have got to watch this guy. He does what we do out in the woods." And but I'd love to share a campfire with Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick's somebody I like to hang out as well.
Yeah,
with as well. Long Island Bigfoot, Mike, what's going on with this? I'm gonna go on record. I agree, mods. This is just an unnecessary sideshow. What are you guys referring to? Something going on in chat? Let me know. I can't read minds. Well, sometimes. Patrick said, we can do it.
It would be a blast. Because
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, when I go out in the woods with somebody, I'm looking to learn from them. And Patrick seems like he's that kind of feller that he's wanting to share what he knows,
Yeah.
and he's wanting to learn anything that you're willing to share. And then you put those two together and it helps take those pieces of the puzzle and start connecting the dots.
Yeah, when you go out with someone who's that much more experienced as far as tracking skills, I don't know your level. And, from what I understand, these guys got talent. You can't help but learn, I put it to, it's kind of an analogy. I play pool, right? Billiards.
Uh-huh.
I will play anybody. The better they are than me, the better the game is. I always play with people that are better than me.
Yeah.
I look for people that are better than me. It forces you to up your game, and learn. So I always compare that to pool. If someone's willing to teach you, you should be willing to learn.
Yeah.
So always learn from somebody who knows more than you.
Yeah.
Hilton says, Mark, is there much out of what Janice said that you will take into your Florida trip?
Just with what I was saying earlier about sharing and learning, I am in a different camp, let's say, as far as Janice's beliefs. And let me just say, perceptions of what she thinks, of the way that she's connected the dots. Now, this is not saying that I do not honor her in her perceptions, because I do, but I'm just in a different camp. And it's a lot of it has to do with when I was in the workforce. I was in the chemistry side of it. And so you have to base everything on evidence. And that's just the way my mindset is. And I have not experienced anything like what she has experienced. And I'm not saying that it did not happen to her, but I haven't experienced it. And I can only express my beliefs as far as what has happened to me. But at the same time, I think it's important to give everyone a platform to be able to tell their story and what they feel are the facts.
Real quick chat. Jamie Lockbeard, play nice. Sorry. Lockbeard, you're fine, dude. Just don't offend anybody. Sorry. It's better that people hear it than read it in chat. So, Hilton, I hope that answered your question. Thanks for the question. Yeah, you guys have any questions, please put them in caps and we'll read them right away. I'm just scrolling back down.
Let's talk about Beast of the Woods. I am so excited that Larry finally started a little live podcast. And when we talked about it, he really don't want to have guests on there. He really wants it to be a format similar to WTF, to where you just sit around and you talk with the people in chat. And, I had, it was kind of funny. I've got a friend of mine, and his nickname, or the name he goes by since a little boy, is Jim Dandy. And you may recognize him from Black Oak, Arkansas. And So I had said something to Larry. I said, I'd really like to get Jim to come on because it's not Bigfoot related or anything like that. It would be like he's like Bama. He's a good storyteller and he's got great stories. And I said, but we on our end, we do try to keep our show kind of clean, because we do have a lot of kids in there. And Jim does not have any filters. And I remember a story that he told. His biggest hit with Black Oak, Arkansas was Jim Dandy to the Rescue. And he had never heard that song. But Jim said Elvis Presley called him and says, you've got to record this song and put this song out. And so he took Elvis's advice and recorded that Jim Dandy to the Rescue, and that's his biggest hit that he's ever had. But he's got great stories. That's my friend talking about me.
That's awesome. Let me scroll up a little bit. Wonder Woman says, love me some Black Oak, Arkansas. Fox hunt.
There you go. Yeah, I could tell you some Black Oak, Arkansas stories.
I'm just reading comments. Sorry.
No.
So yeah, no, I'm glad that Larry's doing a show. Definitely.
And this was only the fourth one he had last night, and he's got like over 1,200 views on it. And
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I love it when people have success. So many people are haters and envious and stuff like that. But I love it when people succeed and have success. It just brings joy to my heart.
Yeah, that's why I'm always trying to help people out. You want to push your show? Okay. There's just, why not? Why be envious? I was kidding when I said, I don't want to hear it, but no, I mean, hell, one of my videos from last week has got 1,500 views.
Yeah.
I mean, damn. I think that's great. And Larry will do good. Good. He had a good number in chat last night. You guys had, 100 and geez, I don't even know what you got up to. And that's great. And I keep saying that, like, there's a number, it'll say 84. That's what I see on my screen. But that's 84 watching. It's not in chat. I always made that mistake early on. I was like, oh yeah, there's 84 in chat. No, there's not.
Yeah.
There's just people in chat, not 84.
Yeah.
I got to remember that that's how many people are watching. Oh, I'm so snarfy and congested. Excuse me. Yeah, Bradley Hatcher said it was indeed a good show last night.
Well, thanks, Bradley. It was a lot of fun, and we talked about a lot of different things. And I don't every one of these shows he's had since I put that little intro together for him at the beginning of the show. It's like that thing plays and we just laugh because I got the different little film clips playing on both sides. And every one of those film clips has a different backstory. And so when I'm watching that intro, I'm thinking about what was going on when that footage was shot. And we just can't help but laugh every time that thing plays. And when it goes off, we're just sitting there laughing at it.
Sandra, good night. Thank you.
Good night, Sandra.
Lewis says, Sawdust, tell us a funny story about Black Oak.
Okay. I had a friend of mine, a close friend. He has passed, but I met so many people through this guy named Sean Lane, and he's a guitar player, and was a guitar player. And when Sean was hired to be Black Oak, Arkansas's guitar player, he was 13 years old. Can you imagine being 13 years old and getting hired to be the lead guitarist? And Black Oak was pretty big then. And Sean, he was really a prodigy, and he could hit like 22 notes a second on a guitar. And he was playing in Detroit, Michigan, where Ted Nugent is from. And so Ted's watching this little kid. I think Sean was 14 at the time. And he was watching this little kid just burning the guitar up. And he come out there all egotistical and thought he'd get in a guitar battle with them. And they got to going back and forth with each other. And next thing you knew, Ted's hometown was booing Ted and cheering Sean. and so after the concert, Sean went backstage, was backstage and went up to the dressing room and knocked on the door. He wanted to meet Ted Nugent, and knocked on the door, and somebody opened up the door, and Sean's standing there, and Ted looked up and saw him and said, "Get that MF out of here." And they wrote that up in Rolling Stone magazine. Really? And that was the first time they ever featured Sean in Rolling Stone magazine.
That's an awesome story. Holy shit. Get the MFer out of here. 14-year-old kid.
14-year-old kid.
Damn. I don't know what Joe means by this. Mark, was Larry on Gilligan's Isle?
I don't know. He put that, and thanks, Joe. We appreciate you mentioning us in your last video. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. He's gonna have to let us know.
I'm gonna see. I'm getting messages coming through. All right. Is Lockbeard still here? Dude, if you're still here, just do me a favor and chill, please. We cut you so many breaks, man. You have a place to go and hang out. Just fucking hang out. We don't kick you out. We don't, just chill. I'm too nice. What's happening, Loretta? Good to see you.
Loretta lives in between me and Larry. Right. And I think she's in a pretty prime area. There's a river that runs through there. And I would love to work with her sometime. Me and Larry would, and work this river, up and down this river.
Lewis wants to know, any Sasquatch experiences?
Yes. I guess the only, I have it as far as visuals, and that's my goal, is to have a daylight visual. But I have seen one through a thermal when Brenda Harris took me out up in New Mexico on the Navajo reservation. And
where were you, up by like Shiprock over that way?
We went by Shiprock. She lives in New Farmington,
Okay.
And but it took us about an hour to get to the mountain that we went on up there.
It's pretty country. Really
Yeah.
pretty country.
Yeah. And we got some funny Sasquatch experiences. I think about we did a primitive camp little over a year ago. And so we hiked like a mile and a half in. And there was this one guy, and man, he's about 6'4", 300 pounds. He's in law enforcement. And we got back off in there and he got scared. And this is not the first time I've seen him get scared. And woke up the next morning. We're all sleeping in hammocks in the middle of nowhere. And woke up the next morning, and where Shelly's hammock was, I saw something underneath it moving. And I thought, what's that moving up underneath there? Well, dude got scared and he went and got up in the middle of the night and grabbed his sleeping bag and come over there to where Shelly was and slipped up underneath her on the ground.
Oh, geez. I think she doesn't roll out of her hammock.
He felt safer with mama.
Wow. That's awesome. Albert Trent says everyone needs their ass kicked at least once, even if it's a guitar battle. Right on. I'm just scrolling. Sharon Guy, what's happening? Thanks for being here.
Oh, Sharon.
Lewis wants to know, Mark, you believe in a dog man?
You know what? I'm open to believing in just about anything, but I have not captured any evidence that would tell me that there is man dogs out there. But I try to be careful about how I say things, because a lot of times you have this camp and that camp, and somebody says something and they don't
Someone's
like
gonna
it.
jump. Somebody's gonna jump into
But
shit.
you know, I'm open for it. But it's like we have reviewed over 12,000 hours of audio from LBL, and that's supposed to be the man dog capital, and we haven't captured any type of vocalizations or had anything happen to us that would tell us that it's anything but a Bigfoot.
Right on. Yeah, I'm when I first got into this, I was just trying to, come to come to grips with Bigfoot existing. Not that I haven't seen one, but just too many stories. And then, you hear dog man. I'm like, what the fuck is a dog man? Yeah, literally, dude. I was like, oh, wait a minute. No. One cryptid at a time. Get in line. We're working on Bigfoot right now. Bama says, oh no, someone done pulled out the man dog subject.
I've carried Bama to where supposedly the beast of LBL happened. And he was like, really? That happened here? He was not impressed at all at the location where it happened at. And most people aren't.
It's the woods. What are you expecting? I mean,
well, it's so close to the major road that goes up, through there. I mean, you could just about throw a rock and hit the major road, and you would think it would be further off into the woods.
Well, Patrick Vaughn, Bigfoot is real. Dogman, I believe, is a physical manifestation of a spirit, if it's anything. Maybe.
That's I like that. I like that.
Interesting. I love hearing all these different Dogman is such a crazy name, right? Well, it's kind of limited on how many friggin', werewolf, dogman, man dog, as you call it. You're kind of limited on what you can call it. A bright canine, bipedal canine. Who knows? I just don't want to run into one.
Yeah.
Nope. Let's see what we got here. Sorry. Every time I hear it go off, I got to check my email. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, I'm looking forward to going to Florida because there's so many different areas. I never realized, I never paid attention to Florida, geographically, as far as what's around and swamps but holy crap, the whole state is basically a swamp.
Yeah.
And all the population centers are on the coast. I mean, everything in the middle is kind of there's just a lot of nothing there. So I'm looking forward to this. There should be a lot of interesting places to look.
I lived in North Miami Beach. I went down there. Now, I was in my early 20s and went down there to school, and I flunked out of school down there. I was too busy chasing skirts and smoking pot down there.
Yeah, I've never lived anywhere that far south. This is as far south as I've been, and I'm looking forward to doing a little more tropics. The whole palm trees and surf.
Yeah.
That could be his wrestling name, Mark the Man Dog.
I'll take it.
What else? Geez, who's missing tonight? I haven't seen Overbuilt around. Usually he's good for some funny comments. And Megan's not here. Megan Richardson. She's always got some great comments. Iron Dogger, what's happening?
Hey, Iron Dogger. She was on Larry's show last night.
In chat or on the show?
Oh, in chat.
Oh, okay.
In chat.
I was going to say, I didn't see her. I was like, wait, I don't even know why I asked that. Derek McManus, what's happening?
Has Iron Dogger ever come on here?
No, not yet. She did promise me she'd come on. No hurry. She's got to get her, her mind straight when she's ready to come on.
Yeah.
The door's open. She knows that.
I just love it when you see people that are in chat and if they just jump on for 15 minutes in here and just to get to listen to their stories and
Absolutely.
what they say, because I just consider everybody in chat my friend, and I'm blessed to have them for friends.
I agree 100%, and that's why the show is based. It was born in chat. I was born in chat,
Yeah.
That's where I started, was in chat. And, I just kept seeing all the same faces over and over and over again. So it was like, okay, there's got to be a reason everybody shows up. Everybody's probably got a story to tell. So,
Yeah.
let's hear it, you know. So and I've heard a lot of amazing stories in the past. I mean, it's only been, I'd say only, but I mean, a little over 60 shows and what, 8 months, 9 months, something like that. I've met so many amazing people. I'm thrilled, and you know, I'm looking forward to getting out and actually meeting people. You know, I've made a lot of friends, acquaintances, whatever you want to call them. I've have some amazing friendships, and it's
Yeah.
thank you, Bigfoot. You know, it's where it came from. It's all about Bigfoot. That you know, that's why I'm here. That's what got me here, anyway. Squatching Cowboy says, I think you should have Mark Dodman on. Mark's welcome to come on anytime. Absolutely.
Mark said no, cowboy.
Oh, no. Oh, well. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, there's just there's incredible people here. And as you know, if you're on here long enough, you find that there are some people that aren't that incredible.
Yeah.
But it's you know, you take the good with the bad, but we just seem to, you and I and most of this community, you know, as far as the shows go, we have, you know, most of the same crowd, and it's just an amazing group.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm thrilled when I see new people come on. Juanita, how are you? Good to see you.
Hey, Juanita.
Thank you.
Hey, Juanita, I appreciate you commenting on these podcasts. And I want to encourage everybody that if you enjoy a podcast, come on Mo's show the next day and make a comment. That really helps his channel.
And I love seeing the comments.
Yeah.
You know,
I answer everyone. Everyone.
Bama wants to know who's wearing the bacon thong in Florida's expedition this time. Not it.
Not me. I might wear a bacon vest, but I ain't wearing a bacon thong.
Audrey Allen, hello. Good to see you. Who else I just saw? Dale Wheeler, what's up? Make sure you stop in at Gatlinburg for the meetups this July, Mogs. Actually, dude, I want to get up there. I kind of have that's on my list is to go check out that show in Gatlinburg. I'll probably drag some people from Florida up there.
I used to spend a lot of time. He's talking about Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yeah. That's where July 24th, I believe it is. They're having their Bigfoot expo. So that'll be cool. I know Cam Buckner's going to be there. Somebody else, Buckeye Bigfoot, or one of them. I think they're sharing a table together. It's cool.
Uh-huh.
I just want to go check one out. I've never been to one, so I think it's pretty fascinating. Now it's, you know, 4 years ago, I would have been like, you want me to go where? Yeah, I don't think so. Now I'm like, absolutely, let's go. I'll drive.
You know, I have spoken at probably a dozen Bigfoot conferences over the years, and I really cringe when somebody asks me to speak at one, but when I get there, I love walking around and talking to the different people that show up there. You know, your big shots and stuff. I walk a wide circle around them, but you know, it's the people that show up that are interested.
Screw that.
Yeah. You don't impress. You know, that don't impress me.
Just walk by them and tell them their shoes untied. Make them look at it.
I like real people. I really do. And that's what I love about our chat rooms. They're real people, and you see their personalities and what they type. And I guess that's why I would just love to see them on the show sometime, just to pop in and say hi.
That's it, and that's that's the invite to anybody, and maybe people don't realize it. Like Mr. Lee 3PO, we're gonna get you on, buddy. We'll get your ass on. I'm shy. Bullshit. Get on the show. Lewis says, Sawdust, have you seen other creatures out there?
As far as cryptids, no, I have not.
Few questionable humans, I'm sure. What else? Loretta says, stop and get me, Mogs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to I don't know. It's weird. I just want to this sounds stupid, but I want to walk into a convention, walk in the front door and go straight through it to the back door and see if anybody recognizes me on the way through. Uh-huh. Just something stupid like that. It's like
it'll happen. I can assure you, it don't matter what town, city, state it is, it will happen. It'll happen to you.
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
it will.
Put yourself in that position as far as like a Bigfoot conference, but I'm not going to be recognized walking down the street. You
know how many years that I tried to fly under the radar in this Bigfoot thing. And then all of a sudden when your head pops up and then you start this or you start putting this video out and then people start watching, it's crazy.
Lynn, what's happening, hon? Sorry if I missed you. Lynn's got a question. Is Sawdust willing to adopt a new researcher?
Absolutely. Look, I have
Lynn, we'll do some research down in Florida. Don't worry.
Actually, Lynn can adopt me because she's coming on the Florida outing, and just seeing what she posts in chat. She was in search and rescue, and I love talking to trackers. And if you're into search and rescue, then you have tracking skills.
It's not just search and rescue. It was, the things she's done are amazing. I mean, tours in Iraq to recover, American soldiers, using a cadaver dog.
Yeah.
I mean, my hat's off to her. You know,
what a hero.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah.
I'm going to be meeting a lot of people when I hit Florida and along the way. No, I'm going to hit San Antonio, go see somebody. Then I'm going to shoot up by Dallas or somewhere up there, wherever the hell Tex is. I think he's up by Houston somewhere. So I'm going to bounce up and down in Texas for a little bit before I head straight through.
Well, I've told you before, if you come near Memphis and you need a place to lay your head overnight, you are more than welcome at my place. And hey, I got a lake in my backyard, my own personal lake, and we'll go fishing.
And they say the quickest way to a man's heart is through his stomach. It's fishing. That's cool, and I appreciate the offer, really. I just started looking at a route today on which way I was going to go. I haven't, given it much thought, but yeah, if I at some point I want to go back to Nashville. I love Nashville, so I want to go check Nashville out again. So I'll be hitting Tennessee, even maybe in July, at Gatlinburg, and then I'll shoot over. I'm excited, dude. You have no idea.
Yeah. It's a new adventure.
What's up, Bradley? Yeah, dude, I'll get to Dallas. Bradley says come to Dallas. Mogs, come to London. Not a chance in hell. I have no desire to see London. There's too much to see here. I mean, I went to Italy once back in the early '90s, and that was cool. That was really cool. But yeah, I want to see what we have here. It's funny. I used to work on a train, and it was a local kind of a tour train, and we'd go through the Red Rocks and stuff, and you'd hear about the Sanawa Indian ruins. They would make pit houses, and it just made me laugh because we were telling tourists, that come from Europe or wherever, oh yeah, and these ruins are 900 years old or 1100 years old. Big deal. Look, I mean, with all due respect, look, there are people still in Europe, in London, and in Italy that are living in buildings that are 1200 years old. It's kind of it's weird. I mean, I love the whole Native American, history. Don't get me wrong. Excuse me. When I say big deal, it's like, it's just funny where they're living in these old houses and we're showing them off as ruins. Just it's interesting to compare. Christy's back. Welcome back, Christy.
Hey, Christy.
Joe says, go to Dallas, then go east and see Debbie Jones. There's a lot of people I want to see. I still got to figure out the rental van and timelines and mileage, and there's a lot involved. I'll be towing a pop-up trailer. All right. Patrick says, Snowy Pass south of Laramie is beautiful. Right on. I guess Lewis left. Good night, Lewis.
Night, Lewis.
Witt says, you guys should do your own conference.
I had somebody worry me to death about doing my own conference. And I just said no and no and no for over a year and a half. I would rather have a camp out like how we had our meet and greet.
Sure.
I would rather do that, and we'd sit around the campfire and we can all tell each other stories.
No, that's a great idea. I wish I could have gotten down to the one you guys did last time. That looked really cool. And that's a brilliant idea. If you can find a place that's centrally located, that it's just, this country's too damn big.
Yeah.
All these people from all over, I'd love to see in one spot.
Yeah.
Christy says, hi Mose, you're beat, huh? Oh, and beast. Oh, I thought she said she was beat, like tired, and I was like, read it again, dummy. Yeah, I'm an avid. I love camping. I love, and Albert, that's a great idea. Campfire conference.
Yeah. And, that's what I said when we had our meet and greet. Anybody that comes, I want to spend time with you. If you want to go squirrel hunting, I'll take you squirrel hunting. If you want to go fishing, I'll take you fishing. If you want to ride around and see some of the spots that are on our videos where we've had things happen, I will do it. I am here to please.
That's awesome. Aiden says, I've never been. Oops, sorry.
Don't you love it when that happens?
Oh, all the time, dude. You hit the button and it's like,
yeah,
it's already gone. I've never been to one of these conferences, missing out on so much. Yeah, Aiden, I haven't either, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be cool.
I don't know where you're at, Aiden, and this goes for you and anybody else out there. If you get close to Tennessee and you want to go camping between me, Larry, and Shelly, one of us will be off work or have our schedule free, and we will meet you there and take you out.
How can you guys turn that down? Come on. And that's the way I am, dude. You know, I go out of my way for people.
Yeah.
You know, and just to meet them, just to, you know, we spend so much time together in these shows and in these chats. And I mean, I've been talking to people for years now, you know?
Yeah.
So to meet them, to have the opportunity to go and just surprise someone, you know,
Yeah.
hook them up and, you know, get in touch with, be like, hey, what are you up to? You want to go get lunch? They'll be like, what?
Yeah.
You know, that's how I roll. That's how I would be like, let's go.
You know, that might be all they have time for. Look, I got to stop and get gas. I'll stop there and we'll grab some lunch. And we'll sit around for 45 minutes and shoot the breeze. And it would make my day.
Well, even Dee just said, she goes, I love meeting people. And I know, what's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? What is it? Friday? Doesn't she have an outing coming up, a camp out on the 5th, I think? Not that I pay attention. I hear dates and I'm like, oh, I want to go. Craig Campbell, welcome. Crandall. Sorry, buddy. Crandall. I just found you guys really opening my eyes. Right on. Well,
thanks, Craig.
Yeah, I hope you come back.
Yeah.
98 watching. Wow, already?
Cool.
Oh, yeah, you guys blow by 100, like, no problem. I got to, like, pray for it.
It took me a year to even get 100 subscribers. It took me a year.
Wow.
To get 100 subscribers. But I appreciate each and every one of them. And for me, it's not quantity, it's quality.
Exactly. I've been saying that all along.
Yeah.
You know. Where did that go? So yeah, Craig, welcome to the community. Welcome to the show. Like I said, hope you come back. Mark has also got a show of his own, Sawdustt Beast. Check his show out. Jamie just put that post in chat for Mark's show.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you for that. Mike says, I've had a few people show up on me so far. Really? Well, you got Mike, you brought that one guy up from Alabama, I know. He'd come up.
Yeah.
But just showing up, I mean, it's what I want to do, but I guess you should kind of give somebody a heads up before you, I don't know. I like the surprise factor, you know.
Guess where I'm staying at for 3 days.
Oh, no. I didn't mean the crash factor. I was like, hey, come over your couch.
That's like company and fish. You throw them out after 3 days.
David Lane says, I am going to the one in Gatlinburg in July. It's my first time ever to a Bigfoot conference. Well, right on, David. You'll probably see me there because I'm definitely going to get up that way. I'm going to probably I might even drag Lynn Parsons. I might drag Stevie. I might drag, I'm just going to start bringing the Florida crew up to Tennessee. I think that would be cool. And David, if I don't see you there, have a great time. You got to come back and tell me how it was. But more than likely, I'll be there. Aiden says, love to go camping with y'all, squatching and exchanging great stories.
Thanks, Aiden.
Yeah. And it's just weird. I mean, just the way things are right now with the whole pandemic bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, it makes the outing, I mean, people are so standoffish. It's gotten a little silly, but, you know, whatever. Hopefully they'll give us everybody the green light soon and, you know, we can mingle again. Michigan, Tracy says Michigan is having a conference this summer too. I have a list somewhere. I wrote them all down. I didn't know. I was like, okay, where are all these conferences? And I know I wrote a list of them. I was like, oh, that because before I decided to go move to Florida, I was going to travel. I was going to buy a truck, hook up the camper, and take off and travel the country, do my show, record, do whatever. But then the offer for Florida came along, and I was like, okay. You didn't have to twist my arm. Where did that go? Christy says, get him, Mogs. Makes me sound like a pit bull.
Christy, I watched you eating chocolate chip cookies Sunday night on your show. And Dad blessed you. When I went to the store today, I had to buy me some chocolate chip cookies.
Last night, my roommate turned me on to some chocolate chip cookie dough Pop-Tarts.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, that's exactly what I bid it. I was like, oh. Yeah, that was the shit. Tom Paul wants to know, Beast, what is your thoughts on these creatures projecting fear?
I think it has to do with the individual that is out there. And a lot has to do with your intent and how you feel about being out there. It's just like if somebody does not like dogs and they come into your house and you have a dog, that dog knows you're a dog hater. And I think that has a lot to do with it.
Oh, definitely. Dogs, I feel. My dog, my German Shepherd, is my barometer, you know, when it comes to people.
Yeah.
My roommate, before he moved in, I said, dude, if my dog likes you, you're good.
Yeah.
Dog liked you, you're in.
You know, Cam Buckner has a lot of dogs. He's taken in a lot of strays and stuff. And I remember the first time that I went to his place, and I guess that was his test, you know, because every one of them dogs loved me. And, you know, and just to be able to sit down and pet them and take your time and talk to them. And dog, I'd rather be around dogs than I would people half the time.
So Joe Pass says, I would love to come have a camp out and bring some food, but I couldn't afford to feed Mark and Larry. It's just funny how every story with you guys ends in food. Just about. Which is awesome. Like, I was going through my kitchen today. I'm like, okay, I'm going to a place. What I'm doing is I'm deciding what I keep as far as kitchen stuff. If I'm equipping my pop-up is what I'm doing. That's the stuff I'm keeping. But I'm also equipping it in a way that if I have power, like I can plug in.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I can use the microwave. Then I can use the coffee maker. Then I can, you know, I don't mind roughing it, but, you know, Why when you don't have to? Oh yeah, Pam wants to know, where did you grow up?
Me, Memphis, Tennessee is where I grew up. I live 30 miles north of Memphis now in the country. Uh, Between my land and family land, I've got like 36 acres. And
Nice.
it's woods and ponds and that sort of thing.
Whit wants to know, what's your go-to foods for camping? And this probably is for both of us, but
Steaks. That's one thing that I've learned that you can do is, like, let's say you're going out in the bush for 4 days. And if it's wintertime, that's my favorite time in going, because you can marinate steaks before you go into the field, and then you can freeze them, and they will stay good, and then you just pull them out two at a time as you need them. But that's a joy to be able to have something to look forward to. If you're going out and you're beating the bush and you're looking for corridors and stuff like that during the day, and to know that when you get back at camp at night, that you are going to have a nice ribeye that you're going to cook over an open flame. And there's no better steak than cooking it over an open flame.
no, that's so true. I love to cook, so I last time I went, my son came out here, and I rented a cabin, and me and my dad went, and my son went fishing, and we had his boat out, and I was in the front of the boat, and the boat shifted, and I went to catch myself, and I grabbed the fishing pole, but I grabbed the hook,
The hook.
the lure, yeah,
Uh-huh.
and it went in past the barb.
Oh.
It was past the barb, and I was just like, shit. I clipped it off, and that thing sat in my hand for 5 hours. I cooked with it. It didn't bleed or anything, but until I had time to take it out, it was in my hand for 5 hours.
Wow.
But I cooked with it, and that's what I was getting at. Is I love to cook, so I didn't even let that slow me down. I was just like, slaving away.
Wow.
Yeah, I finally got it out. And the funniest thing is, I had the pliers, and I popped it out of my hand, and as soon as I popped it out, I swear to God that hook shrunk.
Really?
Well, it was like, it looked bigger when it was stuck in my hand, but as soon as it pulled out, I was like, that was it. It's like pulling out it was just, it took me forever to get the damn thing out. But it just seemed so big, and when it was in my hand, when it came out, it was like, wait a minute, where's the rest of it? It looked like it shrunk. In my hand, it was an anchor. In my hand, and when it came out, it was a small, tiny hook. Loretta wants to know, do you research close to home?
Absolutely. Loretta, I've been researching where you live for years. And where you live, my great grandfather was the sheriff there in Dyer County, for probably 35 years. And so I really have an interest in the area that you live at. And I wish I could go back and talk to my granddad about things that happened, because that's a real rural area. You got rivers that meet together and run into the Mississippi River there. And man, I wish I could go back and ask him questions.
Yeah, it's funny. I've thought of that a few times too. If I could go back and talk to my grandfather or great grandfather, and because I really, like, my great grandfather didn't know him. My grandfather met once, and they were both cops. They like, my great grandfather was killed in the line of duty,
Oh,
He was a cop, but motorcycle accident, so probably his
yeah.
own fault. um, his son was a cop, and his son was a cop, and got to me, and I was like, no thanks. Well, no, I saw the bullshit that my dad went through as a cop for
Yeah.
20 years, and it was just like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, Mark, do you have any activity on your property?
No. I've got to travel at least an hour north of me to check out areas.
Mogs, you need to get Dee on. Saw her with Carrie, and she would be a great guest. Dee's welcome on.
Yeah, anytime.
She's probably on somewhere else right now, live. If she's not, wait, she'll be on. I like listening to Dee. She's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Okay, Matrix asks, and I asked this first thing today. Oh. Mark, how excited are you about your upcoming expedition?
I'm excited about it. And what I said earlier, Matrix, is I have been on hundreds and hundreds of outings, but it's not so much the outing, it's the people that I'm going to meet and the people that I get to spend time with. That's what I cherish, and the new friendships that I will make there.
Right on. Who else? Cans Squatch says, damn it, where did it go? Wow, you guys are too quick in chat. Mark, what's your most boring outing with Larry?
Well, and I want to tell y'all, if y'all don't know Cans, and I'm blessed enough to know him personally, he's such a great guy. Just such a great guy. And but I have never thought of that. That has never crossed my mind, Cans. And there's never been a boring outing. Never.
That's a good answer. Ray wants to know, Mark, is Jeff Townsend on your team?
Yes. When Clayton kept asking me, well, let's divide up the teams. And I finally just told Clayton, I said, look, Jeff's my buddy. I said, I'll take Jeff, and you go ahead and you name everybody that you want on your team, and I'll take who's left. And because I love Jeff Townsend. I tell him every day how much I love him. Right. There's just some people in this world that you're blessed to have in your life, and he's one of them.
That's awesome. I want to meet him. He's in Georgia, right?
Yes.
Georgia? Yeah. Oh, it's not far from Florida. And you know what? I'm not just going to show up to that. That would be rude. If I'm down that way, there is a good chance that I will make an appearance.
I hope so.
David wants to know if you're going to Gatlinburg in July.
I don't know. I don't know. I may ride with Cam. I don't know.
Okay. Wow. Well, guys, if you guys don't have any more questions, we're just at that 2-hour mark already. Damn, that went quick. That was a quick 2 hours. That's weird.
Yeah.
Usually it drags, and it's not. It's on my perception. It's not. Sometimes I look at the clock and it's like, ugh, shit. It's only 30 minutes in. Oh, Hilton, dude, come on, really? Mr. Lee, is that your actual face on your avatar? Yes, that's his actual face, Hilton. With the bandana, which is awesome. He's funny. He puts the bandana on a picture, and then when he couldn't take it off, so he'd have to change the picture in order to get rid of the bandana. Let's see. Oh, you were 17 in that picture? See, even Ray said it. 2 hours? No way. I must have missing time. Oh, there we go. This is something I want to do. Judy Wheeler says, Dad taught us sweat lodges were important for you. Yeah, I always wanted to do a sweat lodge. I know I used to have books on all the ceremonies, Native American ceremonies and stuff, and sweat lodge ceremonies. And, it's just amazing what goes into it on, which way the opening faces and, from the rocks you're going to use inside, that you got to bless them. And it's just, the whole ceremony is really amazing. Aiden says, thanks, Mogs. That was a great show. Loved it. Look forward to Thursday evening. Aiden, thank you so much. We'll see you Thursday. Absolutely. Larry says, can you smoke in a sweat lodge?
If Mr. Lee's in there, you will.
That's awesome. Oops. Florida sweat bath. Oh, well. Bell says, thank you, Mogan Mark. Bell, you're welcome. I want to thank everybody tonight that was in chat. You guys are awesome. You always have some good questions, and Mark, to you, of course, thank you. You're always welcome here. Thank you.
It's good to be with friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll hook up one day. I guarantee it. All right. I'm just going to pop you backstage if you want to say goodbye to everybody in chat. Now's the time.
Night footers. It's been a joy, and it's always a joy to come on here with Mogs. Thank y'all.
Thank you. I'll be right backstage in a minute. Well, guys, again, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Thank you to all my mods. Great job. You know what? Hey, Lockbeard, he's going to do what he's going to do. I think he's pretty harmless. He just likes to be a pain in the ass once in a while, so don't get discouraged by that. Yeah, I'm too kind to people, but fuck it. Susan Robertson, sorry you missed it. Good night. But anyway, again, thank you so much again for everything. You guys rock, but you know that. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like and subscribe if you're new. Leave comments. I still got to get back to putting commenting on the comments. I put like and love, and that's as far as I got with the comments in the last show. I think I did that twice. But I'll go back to all the comments and leave some responses. Larry, thank you. Anyway. All right, guys. Good night. Thank you. Peace and God bless. I'll see you guys in 2 days. All right.